Hey guys, Kakarot197 again, and as you've been able to read in the title, I'm bringing back Question of the Week. I'm not sure if it's really going to be a weekly thing going forward, but I will definitely try to make it at least once a month. So maybe it's not really Question of the Week anymore, but I'm gonna stick with the title anyways. So let's get on to the questions for this episode. The first one is from Barry Bend. Here's a question. What would be the best Gunpla meta build for GBN if you were able to play it in real life? So since we're specifically talking about GBN here, there's 6 criteria that we have to take into account. General, unique, nimbleness, power, luxury, and armor. And I came up with 2 concepts for this. One concept that I would personally love to build and also pilot if GBN was a real thing, and then another one which I wouldn't necessarily want to pilot, but something that I think would perform really well. And the first thing that I immediately thought of that my mobile suit would need to have is a golden mirror-coated finish to have the Yata no Kagami system on my machine. This basically gives us 3 of the criterias already. General, because mirror finishes aren't the easiest thing to pull off, so I'm pretty sure making a mirror finish would give you high points in that criteria. Then for luxury, it's a freaking golden mobile suit. I don't think you can get more luxurious than that. And armor, because, well, the Akatsuki Gundam's armor is really good. When it comes to beam weaponry, I don't think you can get any better than that. Not only are you not taking damage from beam weaponry, it bounces them back to enemy mobile suits with like an AI system. So not only are you bouncing it back to the mobile suit that fired it, but if it has multiple incoming beams from one mobile suit, you could take out his entire team if you're like, or like his entire raid group. So that's immediately extremely powerful. Then the next thing, beam shields, because we need protection from physical weapons, and well, that's basically the best way to go. And with the defensives out of the way, the weapon. I would go for a combination of the Unicorn Gundam's beam Magnum and then the Wizard Pack's energy tank with like a cable connected to the beam Magnum to give that already super powerful weapon even more power. And as far as the beam Magnum itself is concerned, I think it's already one of the best weapons to have. It's compact, relatively speaking, and because it has that variable output, you can have it shoot either one super powerful beam, which would then be even more powerful with that energy tank that I would attach to it, or you can have multiple smaller beams in like a more rapid fire succession. So that's why I think that is definitely the way to go. Then for close combat, I would have the Epion's beam saber, and then the cable would again be connected to that same energy tank on the backpack. And then in case of emergency, I would also have box beam sabers on the arms, because in case of emergency, if you have to grab a beam saber from somewhere, even though it only takes a fraction of a second, just having it on the arm ready to go is just a better option in my opinion. Then next up, I guess we should talk about the parts I would put on my mobile suit now. So the parts that I've kind of nailed down are the full burner and shoulder armors, because I feel that those are the most, like, one of the most nimble shoulder armors, because it has those small thrusters on it. Then the M1 raised backpack, because I think that's just a really functional backpack. I really like it. I could go for the Mark II's backpack too, but I'm gonna stick with the M1 raised backpack because I also have like a model kit of an M1 Stray with an energy tank attached to it that goes to a sniper rifle from Kotobukiya. Then for the legs, I would totally go for Gym Sniper 2 legs. They have the extra thrusters on there. They're like just also really nice looking legs. And then I would attach the Unicorn Full Armor's grenades to the legs. I would also have the skirt armor replaced with like those grenade things as well. Just have that little bit more firepower to it. And then for special abilities, I would just add the Zero system in there, because why not? I think the Zero system combined with something like the exam system or going seed mode is probably one of the best options you can go, because those other systems give you superior reflexes, but the Zero system is actively trying to predict the future and then telling you which way to go. And I think those combined make for a killer combination that would be pretty unbeatable. So now we have almost everything. We have a generally really good looking machine. We have a nimble unit thanks to the shoulders and the backpack and the legs. We have power thanks to all those weapons. We have luxury because it's, again, a freaking golden mobile suit, and armor for days. The only thing it doesn't have is uniqueness. Sure, for the head, I would of course go for a G.U.N.P.L.A head because it's not only a really functional head with a sniper visor for extra accuracy, but it's also one of my favorite heads. And I guess it could add some uniqueness because most people would go for a Gundam head, but still. And that is why I thought of my second unit. So we have a ball as a base unit. We again give it a golden mirror coat for that general luxury and armor. Then we even give him a beam shield generator like the Hyperion Gundam for even more armor. Then instead of that wimpy cannon on top of it, we give it the Buster rifle from the Wing Gundam because why not? Then instead of those claw thingies, we're giving it a machine gun, just in case he encounters a mobile suit with like an eye field or anything else that can deflect beam weapons. And also we put a beam saber underneath that thing. So basically with that, it should be able to take on everything. And then for speed and nimbleness, we just throw some thrusters on there that make sense. And we have one of the most deadly balls that I can think of. We again add the Zero system, we give the pilot seed mode, and just to make it even more unique, we add a destroy system to it. Like, just imagine a ball with a psycho frame on it, and then it just clicks open, revealing that psycho frame burning red at you with that golden finish. The ball's coming at you, he's gonna get you, be afraid. But there's no way I'm building it. And then moving on to the second question, and I just realized that in my intro I used to read out a question I was going to be answering, but I didn't do that this time. Well, I'll do that again next time. So the second question I'm going to be answering now is from Yi-Kai-Teo. So question, assuming you had the proper training and requirements, new type coordinator, alive Yana, etc., and could pilot a mobile suit or armor in a build diver scenario where grunt suits are actually viable to fight one-on-one with ace pilots, and you could have mobile suits with weapons from different series, what would you want to pilot and what would you modify about it? So I interpret this question a little bit differently from the last question, because in the first question that I answered, I kind of went all out. Just take parts from different things, mash them together, make one ultimate thing. Here, I kind of took this question as you take a base mobile suit and you modify a few things about it to your liking. And two units immediately came to my mind that I would absolutely love to pilot in a setting like that. Two of my favorite units. The first one is, of course, the Strike Noir. It's not just one of my favorite seat models, but it's one of my favorite mobile suits just of all time. That thing is so amazing, and I would love to pilot it. And even straight out of the box, it just has everything. It has cannons on the Noir Striker, you have a beam rifle that it typically just sorties with, you have the shorty beam rifles or like beam pistols on the hips, just like as a last resort weapon, or just in case you need to hit something that's really nimble and you just need more quick firepower. And then for close range combat, it has those grappling hooks flying out of everywhere. Like, they're in his hands, they're in his feet, they're on the backpack, and I think I might even be missing something. And the only thing that I would change are those anti-ship swords. Yes, they have beams on them, but they just don't strike me as super convenient, and I think a normal beam saber would be better. So I would add beam sabers somewhere, and I would also add the IWSP's shield, just because. I feel like the Strike Noir could use a shield, and that Gatling shield from the IWSP is just one of the best looking shields ever. And then the second machine that immediately came to mind is something that you probably are expecting if you paid attention during this video. The G.U.N.P.L.A. It's also one of my favorite mobile suits. I would love to pilot it. And even though it's a little bit less perfect straight out of the box, I mean, with a few modifications, it would be perfect too. The backpack I would replace with the Gundam Mark.IIs because I don't know why, but everything from the Federation just looks so awesome with the Mark.II's backpack. G.U.N.P.L.A, put a Mark.II backpack on there. A normal G.I.M., put a Mark II backpack on there. The G.U.N.P.L.A looks amazing. A J-Gun, I'm pretty sure that will look even better with the Mark II's backpack. The Mark II's backpack makes everything better. And then the final thing that I would change about it then is, the GM Sniper 2, mostly sorties with sniper rifles, so slap some shorty beam rifles on those side skirts, and that thing can also tackle basically everything you throw at it. And that's all for this question of the week. And let me know down below which crazy Gunpla build you would like to pilot in GBN. And you know what? If I get a lot of really cool responses, I might even do a video like highlighting some of my favorite ones. So then, all that's left for me to say now is to also not forget to ask questions that you want answered in future questions of the week. And as always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope all of you watching have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.